come home. There's no way you can maintain your grip on yourself in conditions as they are. Your legitimacy itself threatens to undermine what had long been stable. Take account of your mind, your projections, as well as what you have accepted as the status quo. While you don't want to necessarily be destructive, you see where instability can no longer hold the pattern. What's coming apart on the outside will cease to be such a monumental concern in light of what has reignited within you. Perhaps you forgot that enduring joy. Perhaps it's time to come back to yourself. In fact, there's no way you can hold back your light. You're more ready than not to make the move, and now the terms of success are in your hands. How comfortable are you right now with your powerful mind and focused intent? What about your outlook vis-a-vis where the light is falling on the shadowed landscape around you? Any misgivings you sense now are worth paying attention to. Your personal space being sacrosanct as it is, as visited as it is by the soft wings of spirit, the gentle acquisition of moral rectitude and higher awareness, can yet exert a power outside your visual field that may not be so beneficial. Take care in what you put your mind to, and where you allow your meditations to rest. Listen to the words you give form to, and consider where they arise from. It is well for you to do the deep investigations into circumstances. It is well to come to terms with the shape and metal of the truth. However, it is not well for the emanations of your mind to knock off balance those who have a rooted interest in developing their own sense of self in the space that falls within the boundaries of your extended worldview. Free you are to think as you will, of course. Free to summon that which avails itself for the exercises you undertake in the mastery of power. You are arriving at the level in your game in which you wield the blade of truth. Before you take a swing at anything, be sure that you aren't cutting down anything that has its right to be. Be sure as well that you have enough consideration for yourself to rid your space of dead wood. It may be the persistence of memory that draws the darkening clouds. As you cast a wizened eye across the breadth of desolation's appearances, remember that on the other side of gloom the sun is shining, unremittingly, without excuse, giving no heed to perceived threat of ruin. It shines. With laser focus, bring this into your central point of view. Give yourself over to the radiant tenacity of its flame, its brilliance, its magnificence. Let it burn the gloom that lingers overhead, and as it does, to clear the cobwebs from your eyes. Emerging from within the luminescent 0 point is joy, plain and simple, unadorned, waiting for you to discover it again. Ever young lives your inner exuberance, ever enthralled with the glory of what life is giving. Could it be that you have allowed this child self to sit neglected? By doing so, you've only been keeping your own wounds open. Let your broken places be drenched in the light that lives behind the backdrop of whatever it is that has been creeping into your view, darkening the corners of life's promise, and most likely blinding you to what is right there, just behind the shade of the screen. Laser focus, remember, will tear through the veil that descended imperceptibly while you were busy dealing with the business of growing. Now you are called to let go of regret and dive headlong into joy. If not now, at least you can pinpoint the archives of your mind onto the ever-living joy that calls you. You can't afford to ignore it this time. The question is, can you trust yourself to find the way back home? Within the secret chambers of your heart, you are called to hold counsel. Courage, for you are summoned to stand toe-to-toe with the you who was. The you who is to be is ready to come into the picture, having locked onto the target of your heart. The more aware you become of what has been locked away there, the more you allow a nascent rediscovery of the light you carried in this life, the more you ensure your glorious homecoming. It's okay if you're nervous. Just don't let that stop you. Don't let anything come between you and the light that grows from within, for now there is no stopping your arrival into the wholeness of yourself. Remember, you are committed to love. You are committed to the promise you made when you embarked upon the pathway of becoming fully human, in full accord with that source from which you came, in honor and glory for the family of light that ever accompanies you on your journeys. The time is coming for a return to self. Are you prepared to enter into the moment that grows larger as you watch? Soon the shadows will be no more. Soon the light of your own remembrance will cast every thread of untruth into the blazing furnace of overt mortality. What can no longer sustain itself is no longer to be your concern. You have an appointment to keep and a promise to honor. It is not destiny that calls you, but a return to the plan. Your original signal has begun to sound. Your truth can no longer wait to emerge. Courage. The path reveals the way. This week's contemplation from the pages of Opalescence. Knowledge is of great service in your soul's quest for celestial reapportioning, your journey home to your origins. You must know who you are to find out where you came from and eventually return to, having undergone complete transmutation from thought to being to more. You need experience in all natural situations to gain that knowledge. You usually don't want to embark on journeys you fear will lead to harm or worse. However, these are exactly the experiences which dramatically increase your chances of choosing becoming nearer to your divine self. Thank you for listening. If you like this channel, please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with all the new videos that come out. I thank you all for your kind support, and if you are interested in helping this channel along, please visit ko-fi.com/divine9, where you can buy a coffee or subscribe for monthly support. Everything's greatly appreciated and helps extend the mission of the League of Light. Please visit me at ninespath.com and explore all of the books and videos and writings and drawings that the League of Light has transmitted through me, and be ready to change your world. Until next time, have a great week.